hits it hard as well. What was looking like a pretty decent over for the Stormers actually belongs again to Siver and the Stars. Just checking whether it's gone all the way or whether it's just a 4.
Such a good shot because she's moved that deep square round to deep backward a square because of the way she's been moving across her wickets laterally, and now just stays and hits that in front. And that looks like just before, I think.
You're giving that a 4. The margins in cricket, that could be massive by the end of the game, especially in T20. I think you're right, Lottie, I'm with you. Jerry Lloyd signals a 4, 8 from the last over then, 149 for 5. When we started this stint, we thought 140, they were going to do well to get up to that. They've cruised past it. Should be a couple. 150 is up. They do it in the 20th over.
You can just see from the Western Storm body language, this is really just taking them back. It's such a special innings from Nat Siver.
Lovely shot this time through the offside. Marizanne Cat realising now it's the time to throw caution to the wind. This is now the highest score on finals day. It is 25 above the average score of par on this surface, on this ground.
And the partnership now to 83 has been such a crucial one. The Surrey Stars played beautifully.
Nat Siver fancied a bit of the strike. It was hit too well to come back for 2. Not often, Anya Shrubsole, 3.3 overs, 1 for 36.
Don't see that too often. Now she's got to get rid of this and open the batting for the Western Storm. Promoted.
Bolt followed her as she went leg side. She just cramped her for room. Rachel Priest last year at Hove got 72. Nat Siver is 72, not out at the moment, which is equal. The highest score on finals day. Doesn't look like she's going to get the chance to beat that.
This is a great shot from Marizanne Cat, using the pace of Shrubsole down the hill, and that flies away.
With ball to finish, they just trot through for a single. 100 runs in the last 10 overs. What a 10 overs that has been, especially from Marizanne Cat, even more so from Nat Siver. 72 equals Rachel Priest's effort last year on finals day. Someone is going to have to play very, very well for the Storm. Anya Shrubsole, 4 overs, 1 for 42. Been a difficult afternoon for her, but she will open the batting. She'll have to put that behind her. is the captain number 44. For 4, and the captain makes his way to the middle after the dismissal of Gulbadin for 64. Best of 101 for Asghar Afghan in his 87th one-day international, but got a question that last decision by Mark Hawthorne, the umpire at the city end of the ground. To the naked eye, took us down to long off. Winning Porterfield into extra cover. Immediately the captain there. For me, Alan, you know, he's at 38 now, all 53 balls, and he's barely had to take a risk. I think he's come down and hit one ball over extra cover. He's had a few short balls, he's pulled them for 4, but other than that, he hasn't had to do anything himself. Said, God, that's something. As your career, obviously, as the premier off-spin bowler for Ireland for many years, that you develop. In an effort to get the batsman thinking. My job was to try and bowl 10 tight overs in the middle innings and pick up a couple of wickets. I would have never, very rarely would I have had a man on the cover boundary. For me, that's a bad ball as an off-spinner. Now the game has changed, Alan, in the sense, you know, the reverse sweep. Batters are now more proficient at hitting you through there, and also there were periods in the game when I got both an extra man out. So the game has changed. I think that's very fair, Kyle. I think we must respect that the game has changed. Spinners, and of course, extra batsman, or extra fielder, I should say, who could be in the deep. Can't hit you. Not, you've just lost a wicket. You don't want to give him an easy single, just to dead bat at the cover, or to knock it down the ground for one. You can't make them take that risk. For wickets, biggest run saver you have is taking wickets, and 160 for 4 with what could never be won there. Sterling sluggish off the mark. And that's the end of the 37th. That's got us down 161.
Bring the ball from the Storming end, number 20, Peter Chase.
And the others just chip in, and I think the thing about the Western Storm, their strength is their batting. They've got Knight, they've got Taylor, and they've got Priest, and they are match winners.
And they've got Anya Shrubsole to open the batting, which I know you're really pleased about.
I cannot wait to see Anya Shrubsole walk out there. She will stride out there, and I tell you what, if there's anyone, look at her, she's got a smile on her face. She'll want to get 50 not out today, and she's loving it.
Well, Notts are also loving it because, of course, there's a fourth quarter final that's going on at Taunton, Notts against Somerset. Well, that's Peter Trigo just dismissed about 5 minutes or so ago. So I think they've lost 2 wickets there. Notts are in control. Remember, that was a game that should have been played yesterday, but has gone over to today because of all that heavy rain at Taunton. So confirmation there, yeah, Somerset are 47 for 2. Myburgh, though, has already scored 100 in the Blast this year, is not out 22. So, Surrey Stars then have the runs on the board, and there you say, can't wait, can she, Anya Shrubsole, to get back out there. Final preparations then for the Surrey Stars. Nat Siver will be leading that chat, and she'll be delighted with her own performance. But along with Marizanne Cat there, who'll have a role to play with the ball. Oh, Charlotte Edwards thinks they are just ahead at halfway. Well, all smiles for Anya Shrubsole. I bet she's really looking forward to having a chance to open the batting. She opened the bowling. She's earned her paycheck today. Nicely poised this, as we said earlier. Surrey Stars have won the 2 group games, but the Western Storm are the defending champions and will fancy their chances. From your face there, Chris Adams watching over. Right then, nicely set up. So let's come and join our 2 commentators. Izzy Westbury with Rob Key.
163 it is then. 163 for the final against the Loughborough Lightning. Who will it be? Can Anya Shrubsole, well up the order, get them off to a flyer along with Rachel Priest, who generally that is her role to do it? Isabel Anya, where's she normally? Number 9, number 10?
Well, not opening, I think, is the answer to that. She'll be the fourth player in this year's Kia Super League to open the batting and the bowling after Sophie Devine, Susie Bates and Danny Wyatt have all done it for her. So there's a good precedent set. But the first time that Anya Shrubsole will do it this year or any other, she hasn't batted higher than 8 T20s. It's quite exciting.
It is very exciting. It's a bit like sending Devon Malcolm up the order. Fellow England teammate to open the account for the Surrey Stars, Laura Marsh, so she'll have off spin to deal with. Surrey Stars have done that pretty much in every game. How do you see it, Isabel? Who have you got as just ahead so far at this stage?
I think this will be the highest total chase down in a knockout match, if they do manage it. And of course, without Smriti Mandana, it's going to fall, you'd imagine, to the likes of Stefani Taylor, Rachel Priest, Heather Knight. They've got them in the locker. It's who comes out to play today.
First job done, Anya. Side misfield, only a single.
I've seen Catherine Bunt do it, transform from fiery fast bowler to pinch hitting all-rounder. Shrubsole's now following in her wake.
Yeah, I've seen Catherine Bunt look like someone generally shaped up as a batter does. You could see that as an option. Catherine Bunt, you felt, was undervalued in the lower order, if you like, or the late middle order. I'm so sure about Anya Shrubsole, but she has an opportunity, nothing to lose. I think it's a good move. Firmly struck, well fielded. Come back for a couple.
Two good pieces of fielding there from the Surrey Stars. First of all, Sophia Dunkley at extra cover, and then this from Danae Van Neerkerk to get a hand to it. Reaching. Certainly saved the boundary.
It was really well played. Didn't bounce at all. It wasn't the greatest delivery, but she had to adjust. Did it well. 8 for none. Update from Taunton. Another wicket down there. Look away, Somerset fans. Myburgh tried to go downtown. Didn't beat long on. Sodhi with the wicket, Hales with the catch. So there we go, that is the score. 62 for 3 from 8.2 overs. Myburgh 27, Hildreth in on 20, Abel 2 not out. It's all been about the middle order for Somerset this year. At times it's been about the top order in years gone by. It is all about the middle order, Anderson, people like that. That should be a fascinating game, that one. We will keep you updated as anything happens in that. As it is the second over here in the semi-final, the eliminator, Marizan Cap to bowl it for the Stars. Good contest this. Opening bowler versus opening bowler. Joss Butler-esque, just a couple of steps down and hits one to mid-on.
I think you quite enjoy that comparison.
Not sure Joss would.
Well, if Butler could bowl like Anya Shrubsole, maybe.
Absolutely. She's doing it. Looks the part at the moment.
To Somerset.
players as well. Used to play in the Somerset Academy together when they were younger.
Yeah, I remember when I was at Kent, Tammy Beaumont, not the same age, but Tammy Beaumont was on our academy, and often we would see her knocking about. Maybe Sarah Taylor standing back. Was it pad? Was it glove? Neil Bainton decides pad.
Are you trying to grab some Tammy Beaumont innovation into your own batting there, Rob?
No, I helped her with her fielding. Off the pad, there was a fair amount going on. Wonder how long it will be before Sarah Taylor is up to the stumps. You're surprised to see her standing back. 68.2 miles per hour. She stands up to that sort of speed all the time. Wide of first slip and a race down the hill.
Oh, that's why they've got Simmer in there at first slip. Not often that you see slips in at this format of the game. Such a straight and wily bowler is Kat. She was in there. Just wide.
It's there to hit. So what does Ultra Edge say? This was a couple of balls ago. It's like just a bit of glove, not an easy decision to have made. There's a lot going on, there was a lot of noises as well.
I think she was trying the nutmeg there.
I can't have the nutmeg at all as a shot. I just don't see why you would practice it. I just think you end up just playing it because you get in a bit of a muddle.
That was the nutmeg, or an attempt at it. Didn't quite pull it off. But that's why she did start practicing it, because she knew she was getting in trouble.
I'm not having it, Isabel. I just don't see the point why you practice one through the legs for one run. I just think you've named it that, or whoever it was, Dagnall or someone has named it the nutmeg. A bit like the Mobot and all of that. Anyway, overdone, 14 for none.
Just because you haven't got a shot named after you.
Started the Dill scoop, but Dilshan, I was playing that before him, but because he was a much better player than me, he's taken the credit.
Life is so unfair. I can see a ring to that, the key scoop. Unlock that.
Already a change of bowling. Van Niekerk. Had a good time of it in the KSL this year, 15 wickets, decent average 16.93. Is there an opportunity? Pinch hitter in, well, two pinch hitters in really, although Priest does it all the time. She will give the ball a fair amount of air. There's a chance to get to the pitch of the ball, try and really throw a few counter punches.
Oh, get up, get up.
Nicely played. Didn't look to come at the ball, just hung on the back foot. All this waiting for Shrubsole to play in the power play. She's only faced 2 balls so far.
No, in a way. I mean, she's doing her job. She's giving the strike to Priest, who's also a bit of a power hitter as well, and 14 off the first 2 is no bad rate to be going at. Oi, what about that? Yes, Captain?
Have a look at Shrubsole now.
Ready? Get on it. Nice and full and floated up. Van Niekerk picked up 2 wickets the last time she was here at Hove against Southern Vipers.
Not very happy with that, Anya. Didn't quite get to the pitch of the ball. It was the googly as well. Just came back into her rather than away. Into the leg side, mid-wicket, sets herself, takes the catch. Picked her out perfectly.
Well, she decided after a couple of dot balls she was going to have a go. She did, connected well for his Marizan cap. Very athletic fielder on the boundary. Pretty easy catch for her in the end. Anya Shrubsole gone for 2.
Get ready for mouth-watering, jaw-dropping, finger-licking Tuesdays with 9 pieces.
Western score number 5, Heather Knight.
It's been a day for the England stars so far. Well, certainly one of them in Nat Siver. What can the England captain do? Heather Knight. Be a tall ask, but she's playing well this year in the KSL. Nicely played, fair amount of air, good fielding. Star from Van Niekerk, her over is done, 4 from it, and the wicket, 18 for 1.
This is the bowler's mentality from Anya Shrubsole. 2 dots, gets frustrated. Goes for the big hit, clean enough. But the Shrubsole experiment at the top of the order is done at the hands of that one, that player Van Niekerk. One of 3 South African overseas internationals who've invaded Surrey Stars. Tucking into a late lunch. Blustery day by the seaside. Pleasant enough and some good cricket on. Big chase on the hands of Western Storm.
It is a blustery day, that is for sure. Picked up nicely. Used a bit of the pace as well.
Priest is such a difficult player to bowl to. I think half the time she doesn't quite know where she's going to start hitting it.
It's always the most dangerous. I always felt bowlers who didn't know when they were going to nip it around. Nicely played again. Bit of width this time.
It's a real touch player. Timer of the ball. Unorthodox, wristy. Almost an old school player. Likes that leg side, likes to give herself room as well. Nice big back lifts. Effective at the moment.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just looks like a player with no real clutter and no real movements going on. Just stand, see ball, hit ball. Generally, that's the most effective way to play because you just still on the point of contact. Just gives you more chance of hitting the middle of the bat, but also it just takes your wrist down. The fact that your head isn't moving all over the place.
Keezy, you were here for the New Zealand nationals earlier in the summer, and she was controversially left out of the squad. See her back for the World T20?
You would, especially from what we saw, didn't we? That New Zealand series was pretty much dominated by the bat by 2 players for New Zealand, Bates and Devine, and they were crying out for just one more player. Especially as well when you saw that they dominated against South Africa. They pretty much destroyed them, New Zealand, every time they played them, but came unstuck against England.
And that's when they needed the depth. As you say, that extra player that has that strike rate we've seen as well from Priest, 139.
What's the time, was it? I think in the last, maybe last couple, certainly the last ODI, where Bates ended up moving herself down into the middle order because there was just no support. Once those two were out, it was just a pack of cards, really. So Priest, you just feel there's an opportunity missed by not having her in the side, certainly in the T20 format. That is not hit well enough, not hit hard enough, high enough. Laura Marsh takes the catch.
Marsh takes freedom. Big swing at the bat. Went high, but not far. Experienced hands of Laura Marsh. Tracking back, takes the catch. Rachel Priest has gone for 24.
Update again from Taunton, Hildreth, bowled, Mulaney. Looks like he went to try for the reverse sweep. Ended up LBW, another wicket down then at Taunton in that Vitality Blast quarter-final. Somerset 107 for 4 from 12 overs. Hildreth made 52, Abel 14, not out. Stefani Taylor.
Nicknamed Gwen for obvious reasons.
Ah, 30 for 2. What was the equivalent? Stars were 30 for 1. They're up with the run rate, if you like. 8.31, the required rate. 8.15, the original. England captain and an overseas player at the crease. Two captains, West Indies captain at the crease.
Reigning World T20 captain at that. So all the luxuries here for Western Storm. Best make use of them.
Captains everywhere, South African captain bowling.
Get up, get up.
That's an excellent shot. Onto the back foot.
Just creates time for herself, Stefani Taylor. Forever.
Better line. You get no real value for being wide of the off stump in the power play because any batter just wants just a hint of room. Set yourself on leg stump at times and just pray for width. Piece of bowling, far too easy, no cover out there on the fence.
It's just too much talent, too much experience to bowl there. The likes of Heather Knight, who really is carving herself into a very accomplished T20 batter at just the right time. England looking to do the double this year's World T20.
Yeah, I think it's been a really good tournament for her because with England at times, England can dominate. The likes of Danny Wyatt, Tammy Beaumont, Nat Siver. And you feel as a captain, she's an excellent captain, I reckon, Heather Knight, but she often just finds herself, or she slides herself down the order to let the bigger hitters in, so she hasn't had as much opportunity in T20 as what she might have done. Sarah Taylor as well. It's just good to see her spend some time in the middle. Better finish, but a good over for the Storm, 10 from it, 40 for 2.
Not really sure what to make of those headgear. It's quite remarkable. It's almost something that the Pope might wear.
The Knight came trotting down as if to say she wanted to, and Stefani Taylor did not move. Last over of the power play is a big one normally.
Stefani Taylor doesn't do anything that she does not want to do. Never met somebody so calm, so collected in their own game. Knows exactly what she wants and how to do it. More importantly.
She looks like the type of player as well, you'll be able to tell me more. She enjoys the big stage.
First season of the Kia Super League when these two met, a very high scoring game over in Bristol, and Nat Sibber scored a blistering 90. But Western Storm won. It was because of Stefani Taylor. Big innings from her.
I'm sure she knew where that ball went for a second. She had a look to the leg side.
She's made her role in this, well, not really her own doing, but she's become more of a finisher in this tournament because Mandner and Knight have been so prolific at the top of the order. She's come in only with a few overs here and there to go.
At stage now we've seen pretty much all of this competition. Who would be your one pick? English player, overseas player, who's the one pick? If you had the Isabel Westbury franchise, who would you go for?
I mean, I really don't think you can go much further than Mandner. I mean, it was one of those where you just, every single time she played. It wasn't so much the scores that she made, it was the way she made them. Quite a slight figure, but the long on, the long off, sixes. This is beautiful to watch. It really was.
It's a victory for the batter, although the bowler will feel they have won that little battle. Power play is done, 47 for 2.
Shots all came into open, but it was Rachel Priest that took most of the strike. And the one that Shovsall did get hold of was caught in the deep. Priest using her wrist, playing all around the park, but then it was one that she couldn't quite get over the top. It was caught rather easily by Marsh. That's Barney Taylor. Have a night. And to finish things off. Two captains at the crease. There it is, signal to end the power play overs. Knight and Taylor still in, still much to do.
You're after the first over. Now has has the luxury of a few fielders out
Get down, get down,
on
get
the
down.
fence. The Knight plays that beautifully up the slope. 6.1 overs done, their 50 is up.
Lovely roll of the wrist there overnight.
News from Taunton, Corey Anderson is out. The man who has been so destructive throughout the blast, he is gone. Only 6 runs, that is a big blow for the Somerset side.
It's dangerous how Taylor gets back into her crease. I always think there's an opportunity, LBW shout, if she gets it wrong. That's it!
Lovely shot. Really good. The sort of shot we see from Sarah Taylor and Nat Sibber. Now Heather Knight shows her way of doing it.
Why me? Yeah, we'll go, mate.
I reckon Heather Knight can just slow down when she's looking for these twos. Stefani Taylor's got absolutely no interest. She's just wasting energy. Over again so far, 1 ball from it.
Get down.
1 ball left, and that is it. She's trying to push Heather Knight when she hits it. 12 from it, 59 for 2. Corey Anderson, the wicket to go in the Vitality Blast quarter-final. Samit Patel, he tried to go big. Doesn't get it anywhere near the middle. Look at Knotts. They understand just how big a wicket that is. 130 for 5 from 15 overs. So 5 overs to go in that. Tom Abel, the man in, 30 not out. Lewis Gregory also has had a decent year with the bat and ball.
Well, Hero with the bat now needs to do a job with the ball, as she's done throughout the tournament. Sibber. A bit of pressure on the Stars now. This partnership's developing nicely. 2 very experienced international players. Charlotte Edwards is with me. She's a little nervous at the moment because she's gone for the Stars throughout the day. What do you reckon?
It's going to be a great game. I think these 2 are crucial for me. 2 experienced players.
Yes,
World-class players, and these 2 need to bat at least another 10 overs probably. A lot of the actual Western Storm order haven't batted a huge amount throughout the KSL.
Strong shot, good enough, got enough elevation. May have been going for the Yorker, but got it slightly wrong.
Pure power from Stefani Taylor, overpitched by Natalie Sibber. Mid-on and mid-off are up. Wonderful shot.
Goes again, goes up a long way, sets herself. Good catch. Joy for the Stars. They know the importance of that wicket. The partnership is broken.
Natalie she does it for the Surrey Stars. And Taylor was looking to take on mid-on again. Just went straight up, straight to Laura Marsh at mid-on. She takes another good catch. That's a big wicket for Surrey Stars. The huge wicket of Stefani Taylor. She goes for a 16. The Stormer 63 for 3.
Your sugar lightness won't save you now, Casmire.
Sugar moments, detective.
New back for Western Storm, number 35, Fran Wilson.
Fran Wilson had such a good time in the field. Great catch of Sarah Taylor. Brilliant run out as well. Job to do with the skipper, Heather Knight. Team in need of a wicket, so skipper says, give me the ball, I'll do the job, and she's done exactly that. Previous ball went for 4, got the length right this time. Laura Marsh with a good catch. That'll go for 4 though. Intentionally played, it looked like, we'll have to see again, but just enough width for Heather Knight. 8 gone, 67 for 3.
Just a little bit of width and length to just work that ball down to third man. It flies away down the hill at Hove. Another 4 to Heather Knight.
Big innings this for Fran Wilson. Finds herself out of England's one-day squad. She was involved last summer to be keen to make an impression.
Yeah, really important day for Fran Wilson. Like you said, Nick, she's been out of the team since the summer last year, and big knock for her to see if she can get on that plane to West Indies in November.
Just helped on its way. It was a real loosener in truth. It was there to be hit.
A nice way to start for Fran Wilson. She's such a good player of spin bowling. It's a real freebie from Sophia Dunkley. Away by Fran Wilson.
Duncan, just finding the length. A little full, then a little short, but as we've seen so often in one-day cricket, a little bit of leg spin often creates problems. That won't create any problems. Nervy start. Well, pressure on Heather Knight now. Seen her opposite captain, Nat Sibber, play such a good innings under pressure, and that's exactly what Heather is now, under pressure. With the team having lost a few early wickets, she see her side home.
Heather's had such a good KSL. Second leading run scorer behind Smriti Mandana.
Yeah, we'll go, mate, we'll go. Yes, bro, yes, bro.
Well, they certainly need not panic. Stortland way ahead in terms of comparative run rate. 59 for 3 at this point, so 75 for 3. So a couple of overs ahead if you want to look at it like that, maybe even more. Found the gap, beautifully played, just waited for it, didn't need to come forward, there's not a lot of pace on the ball, and that's an expensive over. 12 have come from it, 79 for 3.
It was a big call to bring cover up, having bowled short and wide throughout this whole over. She went with deep mid-off back, just bowled short and wide, and Heather Knight does not miss out on them.
You called it. Not fair. You said to me, before that ball was bowled, dangerous now, cover up. Heather Knight realised it, and she knew where the gaps were. We'll have a little look. Not a lot of animation though from Sarah Taylor. Jerry Lloyd says worth a look.
You just never know when Sarah Taylor's behind the stumps, how quick she is. Definitely behind the line from that end. She's back. How quick is she?
Yeah, she is. She's brilliant, isn't she? But even there, I think she realised there wasn't a lot of celebration. Worth a look and worth a go. Brilliant, brilliant again. Now then, a little bit more in terms of animation. God, good is this from Sarah Taylor?
She's just so quick. Fran Wilson went across her stumps. Again, Natalie Siver good her end. She's oh, no, I think she might be okay.
Well, she's so quick, almost takes it in front of the stumps. Can't do that, so that's a bad occasion. Extraordinary shot. Extraordinary bit of work from Sarah Taylor, followed up by one of the more unusual shots. Watch the ball well.
This is what Fran Wilson is renowned for, her innovation. And that's quality from her to get that on the third man region. Excellent from Fran Wilson.
Followed by the one. Very good batting. All this is just taking a little bit of pressure off Heather Knight, who knows that she has to be there at the end. If there's no runs coming from the other end, that'll just build a little bit of pressure. But she's 11 from 9 now. She's had a really good game here, Fran Wilson, so far. Quite. Decent over though, 5 runs from it. Through 10 now, 84 for 3.
It starts with a whistle and a 90-minute feature unfolds. Directed by True Auteurs.
Marsh sent back into the attack. She's been a little expensive, 2 overs for 20, but looks like Nat Sivers says we need to break this partnership quickly. So she goes to the experience of Laura Marsh.
And I'd be nervous here, Nick. They've left the third man region open, and Fran Wilson plays that so well.
Called it again. That's why you were captain for so many years, Lottie.
But I don't understand because, you know, the England girls know what Fran Wilson's capable of, and, you know, that's what she does. She plays that shot so well, and I'm very surprised Nat Sivers hasn't positioned herself in that third region.
Yeah, we'll go, mate, we'll go.
Well, the only thing you can come up with is perhaps they want to see her play the shot. They're offering her that shot option. Maybe they're saying, right, we think we're going to get you out playing that way. I agree with you. If that's your strength, you'd want to block that area.
Especially when you need 8 and over. If you're having to get a single, then the mid-wicket is an important run saver in there. But, you know, they've got that filled in for Heather Knight.
Shot from Knight. I've always wanted to say that. It's said more now than it ever was. You've got your wish. Change of field. So finally Nat Sivers said we need a little bit of help behind square on the offside. Swept away. Falls safely. Watch the spin. Oh no. Everybody in the crowd, everybody watching, all her teammates were saying, watch the spin.
Yeah, even us in here. Watch the bounce. You could see it was just trying to take a deviation to the left as we're watching, and poor Maddie Villiers there. Unfortunate for her. Yeah, we'll go, mate, we'll go.
Decent over, but 7 runs have come from it. So Wilson's going nicely, 17 from 14, 91 for 3.
And that's what's hard for Surrey, isn't it? They've had a good over, but it's still gone for 7, and you think, take those 4 away, they're 3 off. Momentum's with the Western Storm right now. Heather Knight, 29. Fran Wilson's played a brilliant 17 not out so far.
Well, Captain, you captain England for what, 80 years? Did it for a long, long time. What can she do here, Nat Sivers? She's turned to Gray. For Gray. Is that the right call?
Well, Nat Sivers going to be worried because the 5th bowler for Surrey, you know, that's probably where their weakness is right now, I think. But I actually think bowling a little bit of medium pace is probably a good option against Fran Wilson. She loves playing spin, being not as strong against the seamers, but she'll need to get this 3 overs out the way from their 5th bowler, because then they've got the experience of Van Neerkerk, they've got Siver, Marsh and Cap. She's bowling really nicely, 2-dot balls. It's just amazing how the run rate just quickly goes up after a couple of dots. Match for a young player. That's it!
Strong shot down the ground. Bit of a gift, in truth. It's a bit of a gamble here from Nat Sibber. Eva Gray hasn't taken a wicket in the competition so far this year. That's 8 games. So it looks like Nat Sibber just has a hunch.
Shot from Fran Wilson. Ball toss. She saw the gap down the ground.
Over the crease again. Was shaping to hit the ball leg side. Bowler followed her. So she's so adept. Way of scoring on the offside. And again, I make the point. Heather Knight is very happy watching at the other end because the scoreboard is ticking over nicely. She's not having to do anything but watch. Away this time in front of square and goes for another boundary. Of course, this is a really good innings now. 27 from 19.
It certainly is. There's a day that Fran Wilson wanted to perform on, it was today, and now she goes in front of square, just pulls that away.
Excellent shot, this time in front of the man who has no chance. Timing good, placement good. Well, the experiment to go with Eva Gray hasn't worked. 14 runs have come from the over, 105 for 3. That innings from Fran Wilson, you can see, is just putting the run rate, the run chase ahead. Nat Sibber is scratching her head, trying to work out any combination that she can find that can just build a little bit of pressure. Ivan Nika, 2 overs, 1 for 14. Such good batting. All she needs to do is just get down the other end and watch Fran Wilson for now.
I think Nat Sibber has got a few headaches. I think what she needs to do is bring back her best bowler. She's got to try and win the game by getting these 2 out, and then worry about the 5th bowler at the end of the innings. Get on, get on.
Batting against the leg spin in this game, playing it really well, and they're just sitting back waiting for it. There's not quite enough pace on the ball to force you or get you in trouble if you're playing off the bat. They're almost playing it off the pitch, picking your gaps. Wilson's done it well. Nat Sibber did it really well. It's a better over, but they desperately need a wicket here, the Stars. Just 4 runs from it with a ball to go. Yeah, the back foot couldn't quite find the gap. It was there. Better over though. 4 runs from it, 109 for 3.
Temper dramatically reduces motion transfer.
This is proving to be a very measured, effective run chase so far by Storm. Stars will still be clinging on to the fact that one more wicket could become two, and then they'll feel that they're right amongst them.
It's been brilliant from Wilson and Heather Knight. Wilson just bringing in a bit of innovative shots. Yeah, we'll bowl, mate, we'll bowl, mate. She's just released the pressure for Heather Knight. Still going at a good strike rate, 32 from 20 balls.
She steps across and made so much room. Executing her shots in a very deliberate manner. This is some of the things you were talking about. Now, Lydia, talk us through some of these shots and the positions that she gets herself into.
Yeah, we spoke about earlier some of the dismissals from Surrey Stars. Sarah Taylor playing that reverse. Her weight was back. But Fran Wilson gets right into the shots, really commits to them. The pleasing thing is she's done it to spin, but she's also done it to the medium pacers as well. She's found ways to score runs.
Oh, they thought about running on the misfield. Probably a good decision not to. Tell you what, Lydia, is looking at some of the run chases down KSL history. There have been 9 chases where a team have managed to overhaul scores of 150 plus. In fact, Storm have done it twice this season. So, 5 singles off the over, 114 for 3. Well, it's the end of the innings in the T20 Blast quarter-final. Good innings from Lewis Gregory, 60 not out into Somerset's 209 for 5. That innings offers 24 balls for Lewis Gregory. So Notts Outlaws know what they need to do to reach finals day. They need 210. So under 50 needed. The Storm to reach the final, to have a shot at defending their title. Facing the final against Loughborough Lightning. We got there by virtue of finishing top of the league, but fantastic partnership. 51 runs off 39 balls between these two. The job is not done yet.
Yeah, I just feel with Surrey Stars, if they could get a wicket or two, just looking down at Storm's lineup, they've got Sophie Luff to come in, Naomi Tatani, 2 very capable players. After that, Missy McLeod, but then just wonder, are there a few weaknesses in that middle to lower order?
A bit of a delay here while the field is adjusted. Long off moved up inside the circle. Sophia Dunkley, well, her first over went for 12. Tossed up again, smacked back down. Felt like a bit of a weak link when she came on for that first over. Used as the 5th bowler, Sophia Dunkley.
Sophia Dunkley was on the end of very good batting when Surrey Stars played with Loughborough Lightning. Sophie Devine hit up for 4 sixes in a row. I think as a bowler, it can't do much for your confidence, and especially leg spin, it's such a hard skill. She's got a good temperament though, Sophia Dunkley.
Dano van Nico is being kept busy now on this long on boundary. another leg spinner. It's actually where, you know, in the KSL now, you've got the likes of, you know, South African international captain leg spinner, and somebody like Sophia Dunkley, who, you know, is still sort of learning her craft, you know, and the art at the age of just 20, and how much she can pass on. Good up.
Yeah, that's been an ongoing debate just about the overseas players and how much they've been dominating, the opportunity that they've been given. But actually, our domestic players have got a fantastic opportunity to learn so much from these players. They might not be the ones doing it at the moment, but they can learn a huge amount.
Yeah! What a scout for Sophia Dunkley. She's got the England captain. Well, that's what it means to the supporters of the Surrey Stars. Well bowled, Sophia Dunkley. As we were saying, it's not an easy art. She has been hit for a lot of runs. And that one, Heather Knight, missing everything.
Yeah, this was a very orthodox shot here from Heather Knight. I just wonder if it has stayed a little bit low on her, or if she's just misjudged it. Heather Knight, she made a well-made 34 of 24 balls, and Western Storm, 117 for 4.
The VictoriaPlum.com summer sale is now on, and you can save up to an incredible 70% on a fan.
New back for Western Stores on this is 3 Sophie Luff.
Right, here is Sophie Luff. Comes out for Western Storm, 24 years old. 46 needed off 31. Don't want to guess. Well, wicket taking over from Sophia Dunkley, 118 for 4.
Sophie Luff has been involved in the England setup. Dropped this winter. Just having another look at this middle of Heather Knight. Good piece of bowling from Sophia Dunkley. Key wicket as well in this stage of the game.
Well, I know just how important that was to dislodge the England captain. The run rate, 9 and over from here. Sophie Luff be the one to partner Fran Wilson to get them over the line. I mentioned Storm having chased scores of 162 plus before. They chased 163 against Diamonds, won by 7 wickets. In fact, it was against Diamonds again where they chased an even bigger score to win during the group stages, so the numbers shouldn't be phasing them. Here's Marizanne Kapp back into the attack. Well, the call was initially, there's 2 in that, probably wise to just take the single.
Good decision. We saw some very good running earlier on in the first innings from Sivra and Marizanne Kapp. Very clinical in where they were hitting the ball to the outfield, either side of the fielder. Turn and go straight away.
I just wonder about Heather Knight. Now that is a shot by Fran Wilson. Really picked up for 4. Really good use of the feet. Moves on to 42.
Brilliant use of the feet here from Fran Wilson. She's just advanced down, got herself closer to the ball. Extension of the arms, 1 bounce. Very close to going for the maximum as well.
Just looking at Heather Knight a moment ago as we were, and when she was in partnership with Fran Wilson, partnership worth 54-44, but Heather Knight didn't face many balls in that partnership. Only 14. Because Fran Wilson had been doing all the work in the run scoring. You wonder whether, you know, having not faced the ball for so long and suddenly facing Sophia Dunkley and eager to get the scoreboard moving, you know, off her bat, whether that brought about the wicket. Sarah Taylor's face. And the look on Cap's face. Well, Fran Wilson has been very innovative all innings, but that's just bad luck there for Sarah Taylor. It's so hard to keep track of the ball when a batter's moving around so much in their crease. I just waited for that. Call is for two, and it's a comfortable two. Yeah, the throw needed to be tied onto the stumps, but not under any pressure. What Fran Wilson's done so well so far is she's stuck to her strengths, you know, against the medium paces. Her strengths aren't hitting down the ground hard. She found a way square of the wicket to find the boundaries. Yes, Cappy, what about mate? 11 runs off the over, and Storm 129 for 4.
Arizona top 4 overs, 11 no balls, 30 runs, and 12 wickets.
Fran Wilson very much leading the charge for Western Storm, 44 not out. Job for Sophie Luff to do as well, to support her. Sophia Dunkley got the wicket of Heather Knight, but Natalie Siver has returned to her more experienced leg spinner, South African captain Dane van Niekerk from the sea end of the ground. Last 4 overs. This is where the Stars were so strong, picking up 100 runs off the second half of the innings. Nicely worked. Neat fielding as well. Certainly saved any thought of a second. Yeah, Marisa Cap probably the best arm in international women's cricket. Quick across the ground as well. Again, making so much space. It's comfortably Fran Wilson's best score in the KSL this season. High score of 28 up until finals day. Now here's one for Marizan Cap. Oh, well taken, coming forward and taking it low. Those are not easy. No doubt or question from the umpires, or indeed the batter. And Sophie Luff's on her way. Yeah, she's been trying to do the right thing here, just to take pressure off Fran Wilson and keep the momentum going. But it's a good catch in the end from Marizan Cap, kept low, diving forwards as well. Safe pair of hands. That's the end of Sophie Luff. She's gone for 3. Western Storm 131 for 5. Oh, yet another wicket. It's all about breaking up these partnerships. And they would have dearly loved that wicket to be Fran Wilson, the way she's going, 45 off 35 in her innings so far. But they'll be keen to have the new batter on strike, and is on strike as much as possible. In comes Naomi Datani, captain's Middlesex, away from the KSL. Oi. Storm want a bit more of this. They want a bit more of Fran Wilson. Just the one, though. Naomi Datani was someone we spoke about who could potentially open the batting for Western Storm, but that wasn't to be. Anya Shrubsole took up that role. good timing though, left-hander at the crease at this stage of the game, just trying to mess up the bowler's line.
Four in the ring on the offside for the left-hander. Wow, she's thrown it so far out wide, unoverstepped. Well, one more to add to the Storm's total. So the no ball, the run added, a free hit.
No more call, the next delivery will be a free hit.
So it can't be out bowled, can't be caught, she'll have a swing. If she can. Yeah, Lazelli down here at Laurent. No, I think Danny Van Niekerk could be quite pleased that the free hit only goes for the single.
Yeah, absolutely, especially being a spinner as well. Keep that front foot behind the line. No reason to be bowling no balls.
Well, they don't deserve to be smited for four. 50 for Fran Wilson. Fabulous innings. It's come at quite a rate off 37 balls. But there's still a lot of work to be done off these last 3 overs. It's going to be a meaningful half-century in the context of this finals day.
Yeah, she's been peppering that square leg boundary, and something Mark Robinson spoke about leading into this game is there's still 5 spots available for this World Cup coming up in November, T20. He wants the players to perform days like today. Big games, high pressure.
Loughborough Lightning fans in already waiting for the final. Their team are awaiting the winner of this match. Is it going to be Western Storm? Naomi Datani has faced just 2 balls. He's out there alongside Fran Wilson, who is well established and batting exceedingly well. But they still need more than 8 and over. It's a change of ends for Sophia Dunkley, following down the slope here at Hove. Decent start, just the one.
Yeah, probably a wise decision as well, just challenging the batters if they are going to take her on up the hill.
Yeah, we've seen a number of catches taken on the edge of the circle, up slope. Oh, how well executed is that? Yeah, brilliant from Wilson. So well timed.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially the field they've got set as well. It's absolutely packed in that backward of point region, but she's still backed herself to produce the boundary. Brilliant from Fran Wilson.
It's a challenge, isn't it? You're a young leg spinner. Fran Wilson, well set and half-century to her name, playing shots like that with your field up. This could be danger. We're going to have a look. Sarah Taylor saying, come on, should be given that straight away. Well, this is going to be huge. This will be huge for Stars if Taylor's affected the stumping. Well, no danger of overstepping. Oh, her foot is comfortably back. A little curious to me. She must have
initially seen that the toe was over the line, but by the time the bails are off, so it's comfortably back. It's a convincing appeal from Sarah Taylor.
It was interesting. She was actually appealing to the bowler's end umpire. I just wonder if she was appealing for a caught behind. Just feel Fran Wilson now is searching. Where's that next boundary going to come from? Leg side fields out. Tani on strike. She opens the batting for Middlesex in the T20 version of the game. Very capable, able hitter of the ball.
Oh, not like that. She was eyeing at the boundary last ball of the over. Six have come off it. 144 for 5 with still 19 needed.
Oh, Fran Wilson has been fantastic. As soon as she's come in, she's given the momentum for Western Storm, playing all around the ground, but predominantly seen a lot of sweeps, reverse sweeps, paddles, reverse paddles. Some strong hitting, square of the wicket as well. Causing the Surrey Stars a lot of headaches. That's Siva, the captain. The thing is now, can she go on and win the game for her team?
Yeah, lots through the leg side for Fran Wilson in a very productive area. A lot of moving around the crease. We're at the business end. 2 overs left, 12 balls, 19 needed. Laura Marsh, experienced Laura Marsh, for the penultimate over. Yeah, well done, mate. Siva is there, pushing for 2. Tatani wants it. Could there have been 2? Good throw in by Nat Siva. She's got a strong arm.
Yeah, it's a good throw. I think maybe the right decision in the end. Just means that Naomi Tatani's on strike. I always think the penultimate game in the over is always the most important one for both the batting and the bowling team.
Every dot ball vital for Stars at the moment. The wicket be even better for them. 17 off 11, and worth reminding you that if it is a tie, if the scores are level, we will go to a super over. Yeah, ball thrown out wide. It's tempting Tatani. Pressure is mounting with every delivery.
Oh, I feel she's going to have to go big, isn't she? 17 off 10 balls.
Oh, another one. Well, Laura Marsh, she's doing just what her team needed. 3 balls left, only a single off the over so far. 3 balls left in this over, that is. Here, a pin drop at Hove. Right, this one. Oh, she's got Fran Wilson on strike. 2 balls left for Wilson to try and do some damage. Taking the game into the final over.
Yeah, brilliant from Marsh so far. Just looking to get the ball underneath the bat, not allow batters to get their hands through.
Yeah, we'll bowl, mate, we'll bowl. It's going to find Siva again. Desperate to try and get a second if they can, but it's never going to be there.
Storm needs something special here. This last ball, Naomi Tatani going into the last over. Don't want to be chasing too many more.
Yeah,
now. Is there two here? Is it just the one? If it's the one, it means Wilson... Oh, the non-strikers end at the start of the last over. 149 for 5. There'll be 14 needed off the last over.
Well, this is potentially a match-winning over here from Laura Marsh. The danger over because the batters had the advantage of hitting down the ground. They just couldn't make the most of that. Now going into the last over, they need 14 to win. So previously, Fran Wilson just struggling to find the boundaries. Really do need something special. Who's going to be bowled in the last over? It's like the captain taking on that responsibility.
Well, she's had a fantastic match so far. That's 72 or 43 balls in that 90-run stand that got Stars up to their total of 162 for 5. Can she see her team through to the final? This is the last over. Loughborough Lightning awaits the winner. Storm need 14. Naomi Datani's only faced 8 deliveries. Yeah! Stars will feel that's got to be the match. Siva strikes. Said she's had a great game. She's turning into a fantastic game.
Absolutely. The field was set for it. Slower balls under the back Yorkers. And she has executed that down to a T. Leading edge or outside edge onto the stumps, but nevertheless it's still the same outcome. Natsiva, very calm under pressure. That's the end of Naomi Datani. She's gone for 4. Western Storm, 149 for 6. How many games did she play? 1. Yeah.
5 balls for Storm to try and produce something stupendous. Everything with Surrey Stars at the moment. Well, Lizzie McLeod's only played 1 game in the entire KSL season, and she comes into this situation. Got it! Getting herself off strikes, what she needed to do.
Having another look at the wicket, Naomi Datani looking to go over the top on the offside. That's brilliantly executed.
"13 off 4. I'll fly away for 1 leg bye. Stars getting excited.
Boundary, a ball needed now. That's what's going to save the Western Storm. What's Lizzie McLeod got?
Yeah, we'll bowl, mate, we'll bowl. She struck it well enough. Only 2 balls left, and 11 needed. It's more than boundaries, it's 6s.
Certainly sounds like there's a few Surrey Stars supporters in the crowd. Volume's just gone up a few notches.
Well, there's the first cheers you hear from the Surrey Stars supporters in the ground. It's come down to the last ball. Done so well in restricting the Storm. Pain for them last year when they lost out to this side in the semi-final. Last ball. You got it. Well, that's it for the Stars. They are into the KSL final for the first time. A 9-run win. And Natalie Siva has had a brilliant game as captain. With bats and then with ball. Some great support in to see them through to the final as well. Well, Fran Wilson, that's a valiant effort. With a 58 on 45 balls. Delight on the faces of the Surrey Stars players. Turned it around.
Siva 72 off 43 and then 2 for 21. Good to see the young supporters in as well today. Been quite the game for the captain, Lydia.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been outstanding, cool and collected, ably supported by her teammates. Marizanne Kapp was fantastic. Laura Marsh in the penultimate over, showing all of their experience, but they will be absolutely thrilled to have got through to this final.
Well, this is how the run chase panned out. Early wickets fell. Anya Shrubsole set up to open the batting. It didn't work out for the Storm. Fran Wilson, but when she was together with Heather Knight, that they had a genuine chance. But a vital wicket. Sophia Dunkley went for a few runs, but then got that key wicket. And in the end, it was too much for Storm to overhaul the total. As Lydia mentioned, Laura Marsh, 0 for 32. But that scorecard doesn't quite explain how well she bowled the penultimate over to take it down to the final 6 balls. But Siva and Van Niekerk, 2 wickets apiece. And Siva, an excellent, excellent match as captain. Sees her team through to the final with a 9-run victory. So Stars do go through to face Loughborough Lightning in the final.
Yep, it was a nerveless Nat Siva right at the end there that's helped see her side through to the final.